Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Josh Rapp. Um, I teach high school math for Great Path Academy. It's the school's in Manchester, but it's part of Hartford Public Schools. So it's a weird situation, but we make it work. Um, so the objectives for tonight you will be learning about the ClassHook website. Hopefully, you'll be able to find 2 or 3 videos that you can use for your Moodle for 532, or hopefully something you can use for your current classroom with a lesson that you have coming up. Um, I'm just going to have you at some point after you're done looking, write a comment or two on the Padlet and maybe share a video that you found. Obviously, we won't go through the videos just because Dr. Sponder said we shouldn't use videos. And ask any other questions you have at any point, please, throughout the presentation. So if you were in the first class tonight, when I got home tonight, I did remember what website I was using. It's called ClassHook. So I don't know about you, but at least for my class, a lot of times it's hard to get the students involved in class, especially with what you're going to be talking about or teaching about that day. And I think this site is a great way to kind of help get the students inspired and a way to get them involved in class within the first 5 minutes. So the basic premise for the website is that it's a site that's dedicated to all video clips based on your standards in class. So you can search by subject and or standard and by grade level. We'll get into that later as we go through. So hopefully you were able to create an account so you can sign in and have a couple different features. From the difference with not signing in is not much of a big deal, but it would be nice if you were able to create a sign in. So one particular thing that is cool is if you click on your name and you go to your profile, you can bookmark videos. So I just happen to bookmark one for tonight. And if you click on it, it brings you right to the clip. So being math, I've actually used this clip in class, and the kids actually find it funny. I don't know if anyone's seen it before, but it's an Abbott and Costello bit where they talk about dividing 7 into 28 and the answer that he gets. What's cool with the videos is it breaks it down by grade level. Like you can use this in elementary, you could use it in middle school, you could also use it in high school. It also breaks it down in terms of standards here, or not standards, but it gives it like a classification. And then they also give it some a little description, which is nice for the kids. What's also really awesome that you can do is it gives the kids a reason to watch the video, and then it gives them something to think about, where you, the teacher, can add the questions in. Now, the only thing is the questions will be public for everyone and anyone to see, but it would be a question that you can use for your class, and you can add them in, and you can also add in any standards if you need to, just for yourself, or if you wanted to share it with a colleague. What I liked a lot was when you go to browse, they have playlists already made. So I know that I believe Chris is a history teacher. Chris, do you know what? I think you said, are you currently in the Civil War era right now? Do you remember?
Yeah, hi. Sorry, is my audio working right
Nope, your audio's working fine.
now? Fantastic. Yeah,
So,
so we're currently getting moving towards the Civil War, yeah.
okay, so like if I clicked on the American history here, like with the 18 to 1900s, they have a breakdown of all kinds of topics and videos that you could use possibly that would be between 18 and 1900, hopefully. I don't know if I scroll through if there's anything that sticks out at all, but there's a ton of videos that you can choose from, and they use all kinds of movies and television shows that you can think of.
Yeah, so it looks like there's a wide range of them, but I see like The Simpsons. I've seen I think I saw something from a movie, but I also see like genuinely actual art documentaries. So
Yeah, there's that in there as well, which is kind of cool.
yeah, it's
So
awesome.
if like you had decided to talk about Pearl Harbor that day, you could start class with the infamy speech and have like a question tied to it. And then you could bring it back maybe in the middle or at the end of class if you wanted with the students as well. So at this point, I'll kind of show everyone what you'll be doing at some point. Is if you click on browse and you click on all videos, they kind of break down the search for everyone. So they have it broken down by grade level. So there's kindergarten, elementary, middle, high school, and college. They also have a clip length. So if you're looking for something hopefully short, or sometimes if you know your students or the class you have, they can't handle watching a 3-minute video, well, then maybe you want to try to see if you can find something within the 1 to 2 minute range that hopefully helps you in terms of getting something effective across for your class. They also have a series where I think they just break it down by all the different videos or movies or television shows. So if there was a particular movie you were looking for that you knew had something you wanted to talk about in class, you might be able to find it that way here. And the other nice thing they have that they just added is a no profanity filter. So I don't think they have any big swears within any of the videos, but at the elementary level, you might just want to be really careful about what comes across with the video, because I'm sure some of the kids may go home and then it doesn't end up well for you. So if I go back to the video that I had before in my profile that I had bookmarked, there's a couple things that you can do within the video. Most of the videos do have subtitles. So if you have students that need to be able to see, or you want them to see what they're talking about, if it goes kind of quick, you can turn the subtitles on. There's also a way to make the video go full screen. You can bookmark the video, like I said before. You can add it to your own playlist. So if you wanted to create a series of videos for a subject that you were teaching, or like for a unit that you were teaching, you could put them all within that playlist. So when you went into the playlist, you could just pick one and then the next to go to the next one, and not always have to search just by bookmarking them. Some of the other things they have is you have an embed code. So I don't know if some of you do PowerPoints for your lessons. You can get the embed code and then you can put it right into your PowerPoint while you teach. You can also share the clip. So there's email, Facebook, Twitter, and then there's also the link. So if you wanted to share it with another colleague and just say, hey, this worked really well in my math class today. I know we were talking about this during common time the other day. You can use this. So I know the other day during a staff meeting, the English teacher we were talking about something, and we were actually talking about grad school, and I told her about how I was going to talk about this site, and she's like, "Oh, that sounds awesome." So I sent her the link to the site, and she used it today actually in class. She didn't tell me what video she used, but she said she actually used it in class. Are there any questions right now at any point that from anyone? You can either use the raise your hand feature or just chime in if you have anything.
Is there a feature where you could pause, you could have the video automatically pause to have them think about a question, or is it like watch the video and answer the discussion question at the end?
I mean, you yourself could pause the video, but in terms of some of the other sites, like I know that we've talked about in class, I can't remember the name of them off the top of my head, where you can like build the questions in, that feature I don't believe is available for it.
Gotcha.
They also at the bottom here have some related clips. So sometimes they relate well and sometimes they don't relate too well. All the way at the bottom here, if you had taken the class last fall with Dr. Abed, you can actually yourself create a clip. They said, please note that we currently only accept submissions that are from television shows and movies listed on IMDb, which, I mean, it's got to be almost everything, just about. But you can take the URL or the embed code, the start time and the end time, or the entire video. You can put in if there's profanity, what time it would be at. You could add a question. You can put in the name and then what it's appropriate for in the title, the subject, the topic, and the subtopic. Add another subject if you need to and give a short description. And then they even have standards here all the way at the bottom that you can add to the video as well. So if you wanted to create a video and submit it, you're more than welcome to as well. They also have a feature where if there's something you're looking for, you put your name, email, what topic you're looking for in a comment, and then they'll get back to you if they find something or someone puts something up, and usually it'll take them a day or two and they'll get back to you as well. So at this time, I was going to give everyone about 5 to 7 minutes to kind of explore and browse and take a look and see if there's something you can maybe use for your Moodle for our class or for something coming up in class, like in your own classroom that you can maybe use.
Make it 5 minutes.
Okay.
It's hard. So just check back in 5 minutes.
Okay. And I'm going to post a link to the Padlet for everyone to go to. And then you can kind of post some of your thoughts or ideas or something you came across that helped you out in the chat box as well. All right, about one more minute, and then we'll kind of come back together as a class and see what people found. Okay, so we'll come back together, talk about what people found. Another thing I forgot to mention at the beginning, one of the reasons why I like the site is so many of the kids now are always on their phone looking at videos, and they always seem to be engaged in really short clips. And I feel like this would be a great way to kind of get them involved in class. And it's something I think you could even use where maybe they look at it at their phone after class sometime, and maybe they like want to learn more about the video or the topic that you chose. So, does anyone want to share about something they found or something that might be useful for them in class or for their Moodle? Courtney?
Yeah, so I am always trying to find ways to help students understand grammar. That's not so dry. A lot of the curriculum in Holland is pretty outdated, especially when it comes to like vocabulary and grammar. I mean, I have a binder with like a 3-ring binder with paper and worksheets that have dust all over them, and that's what I was given for the grammar units. So I found so I just searched English grammar, and I looked at the first one that came up that was geared towards high school, and I found a video of this woman like, and it's more modern and it's got some humor in it, which I always try and incorporate in my room, especially with a dry topic like grammar. And she's cross-examining this guy in like a courtroom, and she's overusing negatives, which I find that students sometimes do in argumentative writing. And it was like 3 minutes, and it was something that I'd show to my class like when we start writing columns after break, like immediately. So I thought that it was definitely geared towards high school, but I like the fact that you can search based on the level that you're teaching, you know, elementary or high school, because there's some stuff that I just would never look at and would never even consider when it comes to grammar. You know, they know how to spell and do simple tasks like that. So I like how you can filter it.
Did you find the search did you feel like the search worked well, or did you just do like regular English as your search?
I just did regular English as my search, and it worked really well. And then I didn't find anything just for English, but then when I searched and it was just in the regular search bar, I did grammar English, and I found that right away. Now I didn't use any of the filters, but I feel like I could find something, you know, way more specific if I did, but I didn't have to, and I was able to find something.
Awesome. Is there any of the elementary teachers out there that would like to share? I tried looking to see. Sarah?
So every day I give my kids like 5 to 10 minutes, and they come up with I wonder questions to think about the world around them, and we vote on which question we want to explore. This would be a great way to quickly look it up and know that the video is going to be quick and to the point. I think this would be a great resource for that. And then, you know, I love that you're able to choose which level you want. So I know it's not going to be something way over their head. And I was looking through, like, my kids wanted to talk about tsunamis the other day, and there were a few videos on that. So I actually think that this would work well for that time in my class.
Awesome. I'm glad that you could use it. Kylie?
I was searching some like science and social studies topics for my students. I teach 3rd grade, and I came across some funny ones for like teaching gravity. So I just saved them, and I could just use them to, you know, start introducing it.
Awesome.
But I really like the name of this website. I think it's like exactly what it's intended to do, like to hook your class. So no, I'm glad that you showed this to us.
I did also notice, Kylie, They also had a bunch of videos on like the history of certain holidays. I don't know if it's something you can still do in
Yeah.
elementary school anymore, but I know they had like the history of like Valentine's Day, and there was a bunch of other days that I saw.
Yeah,
the other
just for
day.
like a fun, quick 5-minute video. Like
Yeah.
even like during like their snack, I like to show like a brain pop or something. So these are kind of similar to brain pop.
Awesome.
All right, thank you.
Yep. I know there's I think 2 or 3 Spanish teachers. Were they able to find something that worked for them? I was really trying to look the other day to make sure if I could find stuff for everyone. Liliana, did you have something you wanted to share?
So, yeah, I did not find much, and I
Yep.
think it's more because I teach elementary Spanish. However,
Okay.
I did find a video that I think I would show if I was teaching older students, and it had to do with language barriers. So
Okay.
it would be a good discussion that I think I would have if my students were older.
That's something maybe if you really wanted to just send them an email and see if there's something they could maybe put together if you really were interested enough to use in class. It might be something just to see if they would get back to you and maybe help you out in some way.
Yeah. Okay.
Did anyone else have any other comments or anything they wanted to share? Was anyone able to find anything that maybe they could use for their Moodle? Nicole?
I didn't find anything necessarily for my Moodle, but I just wanted to make a comment that knowing about this website would have saved me hours and hours and hours and hours of YouTube surfing over the last 5 years. So thank you for sharing.
No problem. So I just want to say thank you. It seems like everyone put a lot, or they definitely shared their ideas in the Moodle. It did seem like some people were able to use their embed code and put it right into the Padlet here, which was awesome. There was one other thing I wanted to talk about really quickly with the website. Where was it? Oh, they have it right here at the bottom, actually. So, but history of Independence Day, history of Valentine's Day. Where was it? I had something else I had written down. Now I can't find it. Oh, they have a lot. If you click on all clips, they have a lot of it broken down by topic, and then they go a little bit more into each subtopic. So if you teach American history, they have the assassination of JFK. Then they have Black history. Then they break it down to civil rights and civil rights movement. So sometimes even if you can't find something you're searching for, maybe if you just search this way, you might be able to come across something that'll help you out. Other than that, I don't have much more to share, and I'm done for tonight, I guess.
Okay, well, thank you, Josh. Glad you remembered it all. And what we'll do now is take 10 minutes to give you feedback. And we will go to Liliana. Liliana, why don't you start at 9:20?
Okay.
Good enough. So we'll go to Liliana at 9:20 and she'll start. So give some feedback now. I see that you're always pretty active. So see you soon.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Josh.